Welcome back, everybody. My name's Warrior009 and this is the Tekkit Experiment. Last episode I showed you guys, well, actually we were working on the solar panel factory. We got a lot of stuff done, but guess what? Everything has changed. This is actually the third version of this episode. You haven't seen the other two because they sucked. I did so much work. I mean, both of them were about 45 minutes long, and both times my end product did not work. It was a massive, massive failure. So I have everything working now, so I'm going to show you guys, of course, when it rains, it pours. I'm going to show you guys what I've done to the solar panel factory. It is making solar panels, so that is a good thing. It does work to an extent, but as you guys can see on today's episode, back up a little bit here, continue working on the solar panel factory. We have most of it done. There's still a couple things to do. What the next project should be, maybe a new series idea. There's a couple new things kind of like Tekkit. There's Volts, and then there's FTB. FTB's been out for a while. It's Feed the Beast. Volts seems to be the new thing kind of coming up. It's not, I don't think it's as in-depth as Tekkit, but there's a lot of cool things in there. And thank you for all the help. You guys have been really helpful lately. Let me change my perspective really quick in suggesting things, and even though you guys didn't really help me on the solar panel factory, or you guys couldn't have helped me because I didn't put up episodes because they were so horrible. So, but we have a new thing over here in the sorting facility. This sends items to the solar panel factory. So we're gonna go over there. We're gonna see what I've done, what I've changed. I mean, you guys aren't even gonna recognize the place because so much has changed since the last episode. So this is all basically the same. You guys have all seen this, except for the timers. You haven't really, like, I just put these in. So what we have here, the two filters are pulling out of the main chest. This is either can be connected to a quarry, or it is going to be connected to that thing. I'll actually do that right now. So that should be able to receive. And then from here, this takes the iron ore, sand, cobblestone, tin ore, redstone, copper, and coal, and sends it to this sorting machine. This sorting machine sorts it all out, sends it to its rightful place. Some goes to the electric furnace, some goes to the macerator, some just goes to a separate place all by itself. Once this comes out of both of the macerator and furnace, it goes into another sorting machine, which sorts it even more, and then goes downstairs. And then you guys will see this is a lot different. You guys, this isn't anything like what you guys have seen. The old setup used to be like this, where we had an automatic crafting bench going into either a filter would be here or a sorting machine. The problem is, I thought this would work, and it didn't, because these don't, these don't pull out items from this. I don't know why. I don't know why that, like, whoever screwed that up or didn't put that in the code is a jerk, because it sucked. But the good news is I was able to find a way that did work. Now these little things down here are automatic crafting benches Mark II. So if you type in automatic crafting table Mark II, this actually uses something from red power. So it works with red power. It takes 2 gold ingots, a filter, crafting table, chest, and wooden planks. Now the cool thing about this is I don't have to run another chest into it. So like in this setup, I used to have to have a chest here, and then I would run into the automatic crafting bench and then it'd get pulled out. But here, everything just runs into this. Like this has its own inventory. So it runs into that. Then I use sorting machines everywhere because then I could color code it and it was just easier. I believe there's a way to color code with filters, but I really didn't want to mess around with it. I know how sorting machines work, so we have sorting machines basically going everywhere. So we have our machine block. So that's making our machine block. This is making our generator with furnace, machine block, and RE battery. This is making our furnace. This is taking the cobblestone, making it into a furnace. Over here we have our RE battery. So we have our 4 tin ingots, our 2 redstone, and a copper cable. Over here is our copper cables. So it makes a bunch of copper cables, and then it like that. So Let me see if I can get something here that... Okay, so the copper cables get spread out between the green and the pink. And then over here is our electronic circuit. So some of the copper cables go here, some of the redstone goes here, and the refined iron goes here. But if we go in the basement, there's actually 2 levels. So now there's 2 basements. Down here is where everything gets kind of spread out. The problem I was running into is trying to distribute the refined iron and the redstone. It's very hard to do that in a confined area like up there. So now the refined iron just comes down into this chest and then goes and gets pulled out by this sorting machine, and it goes to different places. So we have 1 going to black and 7 going to green. The green goes to the machine block, and the black should go to the electronic circuit. Same thing with redstone. Redstone gets spread out between 2 things. Some goes to the RE batteries, and the other goes to the electronic circuit, I believe. Yep. So since both needed 2, I could do a 1x1 thing. But so this is the new setup. This is how it's going to make solar panels. It's a little messy down here, but guess what? It was even worse before. So yeah, I spent so much time on the last couple episodes. Like, I had this all figured out. All of this was like planned perfectly. I had everything set up, and I went to go try it out in the episode. Everything was working fine until it got to this point, until it got to the automatic crafting benches, and then it did shit. It didn't do anything, and I was so disappointed. I was like, what the heck? And so then I was like, okay, I won't put out this episode. I'll try something else. So kind of regrouped, tried something else, started another episode, was doing that. I really thought it was gonna work. The second try failed even harder than the first try. So I did all of this stuff off camera. You guys didn't see a lot of this. This really isn't, as you guys can see, it's not that complicated. It's the same idea. Stuff runs up from upstairs. Some of it goes straight downstairs, like the refined iron and the redstone. Like, it comes in out of that top sorting machine and then goes straight down, and then, like I showed you, it gets distributed. But then otherwise it just runs into these automatic crafting tables, the Mark II ones, and then out of the sorting machine. So something important about these Mark II crafting tables, though, actually, let me see if I can... I don't know if I have one still. I think I used all of them. Actually, what I can do, I'll go make one, and I'll show you guys what the what the GUI shows and how that corresponds with the different sides, because it is, I had to do it that specific way, how that was set up. So we'll get some planks here. Need gold. Gold is there. What else do we need? Crafting table and a chest. Should be able to just make those real quick. Crafting table. Chest. So we have a chest. We have a crafting table. I'm going to turn the rain off because I know last time it really screwed up with my sound. Gold. Filter. That's not right. That's right. So this is an automatic crafting table Mark II. Table, bench, same thing. But what happens with this is, like every single block, it has 6 sides. If you click on it, this is where you would put like your design. So if you want to make a chest, you put that in there. Now it doesn't come up with this until there's enough materials. See, since there's 9 there, it can make a chest. So, but up here, these correspond to the other sides. As you guys can see, there's 5 slots, and these slots correspond to different sides on the actual block. It doesn't really matter as long as like they're going in somewhere. Now I believe though, if you're like, let's say we were running rubber, I think if I only had it going into this side, like I don't know exactly which sides correspond with which, but let's say I had rubber going into this side and it was filling up here. I don't know if it'll roll down into the next side, like the next row. It very well might. I don't see why not. I think it's smart enough to do that, but the big thing about this is you need to pull the automatic, or whatever you're making, you need to pull it out of the top. So as you guys, like, I'll go back over to the solar panel factory. The sorting machines are on top of the automatic crafting tables, the Mark II ones. And that's because you can only pull things out of the top. So that's why all of these, like this one's on top of one. And it's pulling out of the top side of the block. Same thing here. That's why all of these tables are underneath, because otherwise, like, you can't pull it out of the side like you could here. I believe we have an example of that in our old. Let me go see if we have. It should be in here where we were doing the advanced alloys. Okay, so here we actually had it pulling out of the side of this crafting table, and then it would go into our furnace or whatever we were running into. So here we could pull it out of the side, but with the Mark II ones you could only pull it out of the top, and that I'm not 100% sure why the reasoning is. It would be nice if you could, like, dictate which way it was, like if you could rotate it with a screwdriver or something, but you can't. So that's why all these sorting that's strange. Internal exception, Java, blah, 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 blah. Yep. It's going to take a little bit to load. Might be a little slow at start, but with this, actually, I can start running some things, and then I'll show you guys, like, how it's actually going through the little solar panel factory and where things are going. So hopefully this should work. So we need iron, tin, copper. We actually need ore, though. I didn't think of that. That could be an issue. We have dirt and gravel somewhere. Might actually have to spawn some things in, which I know some of you don't like, but in terms of testing and just showing you guys what this is all about, yeah, I'm just going to go over there and spawn some ores in, because we have more than enough. If I really need to, I can delete a stack of refined bars or whatever. So here we need, type in ores. We need, let's get a stack of iron ore. Don't need coal ore. Don't need redstone ore. We need the normal copper ore, the normal tin. I should have grabbed the sand. So we'll grab sand, redstone, coal, and cobble. And I'll put my armor back on because I always forget to do that. Oops. Okay, so cobblestone. We need sand. It's right there. We need redstone, just right there. And coal. Coal should be right here. So we'll bring these back, we'll put those in the chest, and then we'll watch it kind of run through a little bit and show you guys what exactly happens here. And I should have grabbed some grab some dirt, some gravel. Okay. So when we put this stuff, so we'll put cobble, dirt, sand, iron ore, coal, redstone, gravel, copper, tin. Put all that stuff in. So over here, the dirt and the gravel are going into a condenser. That's making our sticky resin. Very slowly. Now once the gravel goes in, it'll be a little bit better. But our cobblestone's going here. It's going through the purple pipe and going downstairs. So we'll see where that's going. So the purple Okay, we had a small technical difficulty there because I forgot to delete the other 2 episodes, so my hard drive ran out of space. But like I was saying, what happens with, like, you guys didn't see any of that, which kind of sucks. I think yeah, the cobblestone was going out of here, and we're actually gonna just run this again. That went over. Everything just doesn't want to work today. There's a blizzard coming. Blizzard, or Winter Storm Nemo, which is a real threatening thing. So tin ore, we'll do this again. Copper ore, we'll grab some dirt again, some gravel again. We will grab some redstone, hopefully redstone, coal, and sand. And I'll run you guys through this again because you didn't see the first time. So we had cobblestone going out of there at first, but dirt, gravel, iron ore, tin, copper, blah blah blah. So all of those things that we need. So once again, we have dirt and gravel going out into this where it's getting made into sticky resin. We have all the other stuff going out here. With the iron, we have a slight problem with the iron because with the red power pneumatic tubes, it's a very nice feature, but at the same time it kind of sucks. It doesn't send it unless there's something somewhere to send it. So with this, as you guys can see, it's just piling up here, the iron, because it needs to get resent through the system and be made into refined iron. So what happens here is it waits until it gets all the way up to 64, and then it'll start sending it through. Anytime now. 1 or 62. That was strange. Huh. Okay, that could be a little bit of an issue at some point, but at least, like, I'll try to figure out a way. What happened there was, since there was a small amount of time before the iron actually got through the system, like pretty much this time right here through this little tube, in which this started sending the next set, which was tin ore, which is a problem. So the iron, it goes through the yellow tube back into the furnace, and then the refined iron gets sent to this magenta tube. The magenta goes all the way downstairs, over to here, through the floor, back downstairs to the second level basement. And then down here, it gets sent into this sorting machine. So it goes into this chest, goes into the sorting machine, and then gets sorted or distributed between 2 pipes, the black pipe and the green pipe. The green pipe goes to the machine block, and then the other refined iron goes over to the electronic circuit. Now that basically happens with all of them. Like, the only ones that do get distributed are the refined iron and the redstone, but all of the other items go through the system essentially the same way. I very well might have to make a separate system for the iron just so it doesn't get completely backlogged and me having to come in here and change things up, which would really suck. But right now I believe tin's going through. Yeah, so tin gets smelted down and then goes to the lime green pipe, which would then go down to the RE battery. The copper should be soon. The good thing about these timers too is you can set it to pretty much as fast as you want. I think it goes down to 0.2 or 0.2 of a second, which is extremely fast. You're not really going to be doing a heck of a lot that's any faster than that in terms of smelting or anything. I think this is at 2, yeah. This is at 0.2 of a second, so this is sending things as fast as possible through this system. So right now copper's going through, and then copper's going to go down the orange pipe and meet up with this orange pipe, which is the rubber, and then that will be made into the copper cables. That should be right here. So you guys can see the copper's coming down, and then the copper cables are getting distributed between the green and the pink. the lime green and the pink. And these go to the electronic circuit. This goes to the RE battery. This only needs one. So you guys can see here, just one going to the lime green and a bunch going to the pink. And redstone's just getting sent straight down. And it gets distributed. 2 go to the RE battery and 2 go to the electronic circuit. What else is coming? Anything? That is coal. So we should see coal dust in a second here. Well, there's a battery. You guys can see the batteries going through right now. But all in all, it all ends up in that central chest thing. And then once the filter, we're actually making solar panels right now. We have 12 solar panels. So hopefully this system hopefully this system works. I'm trying to like explain. I still need to make it so I can make low voltage transformers, medium voltage transformers, and high voltage transformers. I can show you guys that if you want. If not, I'll do it off camera. It's not going to be a major project. It's just going to be adding a couple things here and there. It's not going to be anything new. So if you guys don't want to see that, just say screw it and just show us your end product. Show us the high voltage solar arrays, which is the end goal. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. It wasn't a lot of teaching, except for some of this. This was a teaching moment. Hopefully you guys did learn something, whether it was this or like maybe an idea of how to run your own solar panel factory or your own sorting facility. I'm sure most of you already made one, but if you guys haven't, this is kind of a simple, more basic idea of how to make it. But hope you guys did enjoy the episode. If you did, like always, leaving a like, a favorite, share, that always helps me out. Like, what it does is it gets me out to more people because it goes onto your YouTube feeds. More people see it, more people come and watch the Tekkit Experiment, and it's always better when more people can be involved in the series. So thank you so much for watching. Like always, leave a suggestion if you guys want. Let me know what the next project you guys want to see. Let me know what you guys want in terms of series or anything like that. But thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.